Terrorism poses grave threat to global peace and security, and the United Nations provides a platform to all the countries around the world to discuss this threat and the mechanisms to eradicate it. But Imran Khan, Prime Minister of Pakistan, the terror-breeding nation, once again misused the August platform to peddle lies and propaganda. However, India, which is dedicated towards world peace and prosperity, not only spoke about the threat that terrorism poses to human lives, but also gave a befitting reply to Pakistan's fabricated statements on Jammu and Kashmir and its irrational blustering. We have a report.
Terrorism is the grossest affront to the enjoyment of inalienable human right to life and to live in peace and security. It possesses a serious threat to economic and social development, undermines democracy, and jeopardizes the rule of law. It is an attack against freedom of thought, expression, and association.
At the ongoing sessions of the United Nations Human Rights Council and the UN General Assembly, India extensively talked about the kind of impact that terrorism leaves on any peaceful society. While Islamabad misused the forum of the United Nations to further its agenda against New Delhi, the latter used the platform to call out those who are the sponsors of terrorism and maintain that the UN Assembly should hold such countries responsible for spreading the menace of terrorism.
India will always speak in support of peace, security, and prosperity. India will not hesitate in raising its voice against the enemies of humanity, human race, and human values. These include terrorism, smuggling of illegal weapons, drugs, and money laundering.
I congratulate His Excellency Mr.
Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan, as usual, passed erroneous and unwarranted statements on Jammu and Kashmir in his speech at the UNGA. Imran Khan not only ranted about the abrogation of Article 370, but also made false claims about Indian Army. Khan also tried to portray his Satan masters as angels, as he went on to say that Pakistan Army is least involved in cross-border shelling at the LOC. In less than a week of Imran's speech, 3 Indian soldiers got martyred in the cross-border shelling by Pakistan, proving that the PM has been using the August international forums to make false and bogus statements. India's first secretary at the UN General Assembly, Mijito Vinito, had staged a walkout from the UNGA hall as soon as Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan raised the Kashmir issue. Later, exercising the right to reply, the Indian delegate slammed Pakistan for its fabricated statements on Jammu and Kashmir, asserting that the Union territory is an integral part of India and the only dispute lies in the region, which is under forceful and illegal occupation of Pakistan.
Mr. President, let me assert here loud and clear. The Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir is an integral and inalienable part of India. The rules and legislations brought in the Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir are strictly internal affairs of India. The only dispute left in Kashmir relates to that part of Kashmir that is still under illegal occupation of Pakistan. We call upon Pakistan to vacate all those areas that it is in illegal occupation of. What should rather be on the agenda of the United Nations is Pakistan's deep state and its unrelenting political and financial support to terrorist organizations and mercenaries, which are a threat to global peace and security.
Highlighting that Pakistan's Prime Minister is the same person who had referred to Osama bin Laden as a martyr in the parliament, India's first secretary further hit out at the country for being a rogue state that provides pensions and shelters to some of the dreaded terrorists of the world.
This is the same country that provides pensions for dreaded and listed terrorists out of state funds. This is the same country that has the dubious distinction of hosting the largest number of terrorists proscribed by the United Nations. The leader whom we heard today is the same person who referred to the terrorist Osama bin Laden as a martyr in his parliament in July. The same leader who spewed venom today admitted in 2019 in public in the US that his country still has about 30,000 to 40,000 terrorists who have been trained by Pakistan and have fought in Afghanistan and in the Indian Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir.
Pakistan since decades has been using all august global platforms to spew venom against India. Its representatives pass fabricated and slanderous statements to further their anti-India propaganda. But eventually, to its much embarrassment, India puts the truth forward, hence exposing all its lies and unmoral terror connections.